Okay, so now we're on chapter 19. And there are some words that maybe you might not know before we start reading. So I see the word crumpled in crumpled, and I don't know if you know that crumpled means to, like, when you crumple a page, right? You smush it down, and that would be crumpled. Here, it's right here. Crumpled in my backpack. And let's see, there's anything in this other sentence. Well, let's read it, and then if there's something. But before we read it, look at the pictures, and you see that it's Oswald and Tack. And Tack is holding something in her hand, and Oswald is looking at her, kind of not. He looks surprised, right? And look at the setting where the story takes place. Think about the setting, and look at the title. The title is Homework. So we know that this story in chapter 19 has something to do with homework. And look at the word clunky. I wonder what that means. Look at it in the context of the sentence. That means if you read the sentence sometimes will give you the context by telling you, by reading it, you kind of can get an idea of what it means. So if you look at her boots, and you look at the words, it says, Tack walked carefully in her clunky boots. Clunky is like big and large and kind of hard to manage. So, and that's why she has to walk carefully, because they're big boots, right? All right, so let's read it.
Chapter 19. Homework. Tack walked carefully in her clunky boots. She held a piece of paper in front of her with both hands. "What's that?" asked Oswald. "My homework," said Tack. "I'm holding it so it won't get crumpled in my backpack." "Homework?" asked Oswald. "Oh, Oswald," said Tack, "did you forget? Miss Blossom asked us to draw our favorite thing from our book club book and write a sentence about it." "I did forget," Oswald moaned. "What'll I do?"
Okay, so before we go on to the second page of that story, so think about it. What was it that she was holding in her? What was Tack holding in her hands? A piece of paper, right? And what was her paper? It was her homework. And wasn't it in her backpack? And it says here, "My homework," said Tack. "I'm holding it so it won't get crumpled in my backpack," because she's being a good student, and she doesn't want to turn in something all messy and crumpled when she turns in her homework. But guess what? Oswald didn't even remember there was homework, did he? She said, "Oh, Oswald, did you forget?" And what was the homework? The homework was, it says, "Did you forget Miss Blossom asked us to draw our favorite thing from our book club book and write a sentence about it?" "I did forget," Oswald moaned. "What will I do?" So let's see what he does. Go back.
"Sit down on the bench and draw something right now," said Tack. "What was your favorite thing in the story?" Oswald shrugged. "I don't know," he said. "I didn't finish it." "Well then," said Tack, "you'd better just draw a horse, like I did." Oswald yanked a piece of paper and a pencil out of his backpack and quickly sketched a running horse. Under it, he scribbled, "Horses are fast." "That's good," said Tack, without even looking at Oswald's drawing. "Here comes the bus. Let's go."
Okay, so Oswald's idea was just to, well, actually, Tack was the one who helped him and said, "You better just draw something fast." And because Oswald hadn't even finished reading the story he was supposed to read, so he was just not doing well at all. But he saved himself by drawing a picture really quickly and just writing a sentence, "Horses are fast." And so, and as he finishes, the bus comes up, and on they go.